Hello, what is up everybody? Welcome back to episode 25 in our Minecraft Let's Build series world, and it is the World Tour episode. We've been waiting 24 episodes until this moment, and it is finally here. So go grab some popcorn or whatever you gotta do, because it's gonna be a long one, guys. So I hope you stick around and enjoy the video.
Tell them that.
Alright everyone, so it has been a long wait before we got to this world tour to finally do this. We've had so many episodes, 24 episodes. It feels like a lifetime since we did it, but also feels like we just started. So I'm going to do my best to make this world tour, to make it as much sense as possible. I'm going to try going in chronological order as far as like where we started at to where we're at now, as far as like some of the builds go. It might not end up that way because some builds are just really cool and I want to go ahead and get to them. But I'm going to go ahead and get started really quick because we have a lot to do. It's probably going to be over an hour easy for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this right here, guys, is where we first spawned on into the world at. So this is the spawn house, quote unquote. So whenever somebody spawns into the world, I believe they spawn right here. They'll be able to turn around and there'll be a house sitting for them right here. So actually right behind us is our first ever chest. There is nothing in it because we took everything. We needed everything. And I don't know why this horse is here. But we did have a donkey here. His name was Ponce de Leon, after the Spaniard that went over to Florida back in the day. Because his armor kind of looked like the Spanish horses, how their armor was. But that's just a little side note though. So this is the spawn house. Wanted a little like cottage looking thing. We put some smoke in. First time I've ever done smoke before on a house. I think it turned out pretty good. Better than some of the other smoke that I've done before in the past. Put some flowers around it, did the actual logs crisscrossing using dark wood and spruce wood, I think. If you walk inside, we have orange carpeting. Some armor stands here that I have not yet finished. Painting, here is a bed. All the chests are empty right now, I believe. If we go upstairs, we have a glass floor with brown stained glass. All these are empty too. And yeah, just a lot of little stuff as far as detailing wise, like the little fence posts on the outside of the windows to kind of give it that more homey feel. And then in here is our little furnace area leading up into our actual chimney part, and that's empty as well. Then this is where we cook some food at. I don't know why I have wood slabs. I guess I ran out of fuel there. But that is the spawn house, guys. If you look out the back, oh god, I completely forgot about this. Oh my lord. So whenever I did this, I had the idea of making a lake out here. So, well, oh my god, there's chickens underneath. How did that happen? So, whenever I came out here and did this, in the past, or I seen a video of somebody doing it before, you would break ice and it would create water. Yeah. So, I don't know if that was flawed or what, but actually, all throughout here, it worked. And then I started doing it a little bit, and it just started failing really bad. And I ended up having this huge typhoon pit, and I kind of just abandoned this. So now I just have a huge lake of ice behind the spawn house, and it is horrible. So I guess from time to time I'll have chickens that will come down here into the water, or they'll come on here, they'll slide off, and they'll fall underneath. And yeah, they'll be trapped down there forever probably. And I don't understand why I did that, guys. So whenever I first spawned here though, I remember looking around, and I thought at first I was going to build my home and stuff over there by the Mushroom Island, because that was one of the first times I've ever seen a Mushroom Island before. So I think I did travel over there and just look around, and I seen some mushrooms over there, which is the candles that have mushrooms on them. So I did see that, and I did also think about going over there to that island over there, sorry, and seeing what that was about, but I actually never did before. And before I go any farther, now that chimney's kind of big from the back, before I go any farther though, this is our brand new puppy, and his name is actually Bruce. He has the black collar on, and he is Bruce after Batman. And so Batman has black clothing on, so I just thought I'd name him Bruce. So we also have one more, and his name is Sam, but we will see them later though. So this is our spawn house, and if we continue on from here, we have a little sign here that says civilization, and we're gonna go next to the actual mob house. Now this was built on, I think, episode 9 or episode 11, something like that. Originally, whenever we came through here, we crossed through here through that swamp and in between these mountains over here. So after we go to the mob house, we'll cut around to the back side of that, and I'll show you guys all that stuff. And then I'll go to the first house and show you where me and my friend Calvin, or the Calvin Davis from the Minecraft for the Boys series, went and kind of explored. So you can kind of see the rest of our world in the distance, the towers and stuff like that, in our house now, in the community area. But for now, I want to go ahead and show you guys this very ugly building that I made around episode 9 called the Mob House. Don't ask where I got the design from. Actually, I do know where I got the design from. Whenever I built my first house, I had a very similar design, but I did it out of wood. And I was like, yeah, sure, this would be awesome because what it's used for is great, and I'll explain that in a minute, but the look of it is absolutely horrible. So, almost there, pointing towards civilization, and then mob house. So, the whole reasoning behind this is because I would sit there and battle mobs and stuff near my house, and I have a lot of redstone around. All my pathways are made out of redstone for the lighting and stuff like that, and they were just getting blown up. Every time a creeper would come near me, they'd blow up. I'd have to repair redstone, and things were just getting horrible. So I built this house out here so that whenever I needed more loot or stuff like that, or some things that mobs drop, like gunpowder, I would just come out here and battle them for the night or a few days at a time, and then I'd have a separate store system underneath, which I'll show you guys in a minute, and then I'll bring it all back there, and then nothing will be damaged when I go back home. So that's the whole reasoning behind that. I have a little floating dirt thing here for Endermen when I do get gutsy enough to battle the Endermen, and you'll notice a lot of just random holes everywhere from all the creepers that are blowing up. Every once in a while, this was a huge hill right here. I had to flatten it all out because every once in a while you'll get a creeper that will somehow shimmy along here and jump inside, and that's absolutely terrifying because I've seen them in the house before, and it's horrible. And another little side note, I know I'm rambling right now, but I'm just really excited about this. But these fence posts, you'll see these around often. I do have a lot of horses, and I will bring them around from time to time, and I just tie them up to these fence posts. But if we go inside, oh, this is ugly. Oh god, I have nether brick stairs leading in. I don't know why. We need to update this. And then just some regular yellow flowers, because that's all we had at the time. And so once you go inside, it gets a little bit neat. Let's start with upstairs first. So up here, very low ceiling, glass ceiling. It's kind of cool when it's raining at night. It looks pretty cool. But the main thing for this is just a little lookout. So whenever we do have mobs up here, we'll kind of look around, see where they're at. Mostly looking for Endermen. And then we'll just kind of walk over to them. You can see the spawn house from here. And then we'll kind of walk over to them and lead them to where we want to. But you can see all the random pits throughout from all the creepers blowing up. Just the design of this is just so weird. That's one thing I have gotten better of, is the design. So there is a bed if it gets nighttime. If we don't want to deal with it, we'll just sleep in the bed. Food, we usually have food in here. I guess I used it all. Furnaces, so for cooking food, we still have a little bit of fuel in there. And then, so here's the cool part. This is our dump monster loot here chest. So whenever we are battling things, this used to not even be automated, but whenever we're battling things, say we get like rotten flesh, gunpowder, bones, things like that, we will come over here and drop them into this chest after we're done, and then it will automatically sort itself into all of these chests underneath it, auto-magically, just like that. So this used to not be automated. I had all these chests down here, and then I used to go on like really long runs for like days, and I'd just have stacks of stuff. And it was bothersome to sit here and try to organize everything. So I actually made this automated storage system. It's like a mini version of my automated storage building, I guess. So basically, if we come over here, these hoppers right here, they lead to the chest and come down, and then they all lead around. And then they all kind of filter. So this is the one for the wool, this is the one for the pork chops, and so on. and then they all filter into the chest behind those hoppers. So it automatically filters it as it goes along. It saved me a bunch of time. I've had some creeper holes blow up through here, and they actually fall down in here. That was also terrifying. And so yeah, guys, that's the automated portion of this. I have added lights and stuff because there was things spawning in here. But yeah, this is a while ago. I think the update actually took place not too long ago though, but I am glad that we did it, guys. Little anvil to repair swords, a bunch of random junk. I usually use this chest to just put all of our valuables in before we go hunting for the night. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I'm not sure how much stuff. Oh, we got a good amount of stuff in here. You know, nothing crazy, but more than I thought. Wow, we have a lot of leather. I'm actually gonna take some of that because I need that. I didn't realize we had so much over here. So that is it for the spawn house, guys. This is something that I really enjoyed working on. The sun's going down already, oh my goodness. So I did put this on peaceful because I did not want to have to deal with monsters while I'm showing you guys everything. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to skip going over there for now, and then I am going to, actually, and what the heck, I'm going to take you guys through the industrial area really quick. I'm not going to show you anything yet. I'm just going to walk through and show you guys and bring you guys over to the first house that we ever made. So originally, we crossed over from there and actually behind this fence line and through those mountains over there. That's the original spot that we walked. So when me and my friend, the Calvin Davis, loaded into the world, that's where we walked over to. We just walked straight over there, and then the position of the house that I found was absolutely horrible. He gave me a lot of crap for it, but in my mind, it seemed like the right thing to do. You guys will see what I mean in a minute. But as we walk through here, guys, this is the community area that we have, where some of the friends and subscribers will come in and build stuff in the world. Here's our house that we have right now. You'll see the automatic storage system right here, the iron farm, the automatic, I don't know what you call those. I call them the triple towers. They're just basically like a potato tower, carrots and stuff like that. The automatic farming towers, I guess you can say. Just a bunch of cool stuff, guys. We'll get into all of this here very soon. But for now, we're going to go ahead and head over to the first house, and I'll explain all that here in a minute. And man, I'm doing a lot of talking. A lot of talking. This episode's going to be pretty long. We've only gone over two things. Let's head over to... And this is the storage house. Just so much stuff, guys. If we go up here, it's past the love garden. So here's the new love garden we've made. It's been out for... I think we built this like episode 15 or 16. And here it is, guys. That's our first house ever on this place. So episode 1, I had a few things already built in this world. I think like I started on the towers, the automatic storage system, stuff like that. And then this ugly thing. This is the first thing that I ever showed off. And I did it on my horrible mic, really low quality video, and it was horrible. I'm proud of the videos that I'm doing now. They're a little bit better than I was doing in the past. But when I first had this place, this bridge is actually pretty recent. I didn't have this here for a while. So before, you'd have to jump in this river, swim across, and get to this place. Now, why I built this place around stone, next to a swamp, on the backside of a jungle, I don't know. I think I just seen it on a stone island, and I'd never seen one before, so I was like, that'd be cool. Let's build it there. All my friends hated it. They thought it was the dumbest idea ever. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, I started this world with the Calvin Davis, and so we have two beds here. One was his, one was mine, and what we did a lot on this world, starting off, I really love to do farming stuff. So I actually have a farm, and he loved to mine at the time, so he would do a lot of mining. So if you do look at this house, it'll remind you of something, and that's the mop house. Pretty much the same design, just a little bit smaller. The little second story with the roof, and then the lookout up top. Even though we didn't really look at a lot of stuff, oh, you can see the lighthouse from here. And we eventually put storage up here because we did have an nether portal, and right there. And we needed a lot more storage, even though they're all empty now. This tree, don't understand. I think it used to be a lot smaller. I'm not sure if trees still grow afterwards. But yeah, this is our first house. If we go into the backyard, this is what I kind of love about it, because you walk in the front, it looks horrible, but then you walk into the back, and it looks, well, it did look better at the time. I've been taking a lot of stuff here recently, but we had flowers set up right here. This was all bookshelves, but but I actually took some bookshelves because I needed them for our XP farms, and I actually have some enchanted books in here still, both blast protection. So this used to be all bookshelves. So this is a pretty cool little enchanting area. This was his idea to do that. We had a tree here, and I want to say if it's blocking the light, grass won't grow because this grass has not grown since we planted these trees for some reason. We have a nether portal here. We have a very long mine down there. I don't know if... Let's just go down here really quick and just see what's down here. I haven't been down here since, I think, the very first episode, so we'll just see what's down here really quick. But this is what we did. We just mined. We harvested food. And what the heck was that? Oh my god. He's pretty fast. And then that's all we did, guys. So yeah, it's just a mine. That's all it is. Nothing fancy down here. I haven't been down here forever though. That's our only goal, was to just survive. That was it. I never had any intention on making this world big. We've been on a bunch of worlds where we just get on there, survive until we reach a point where everything's easy, and then we restart. But this world, something stuck with me, and that was all the mountains over there, and just seeing the potential for everything. And I've just always wanted to do this though. So that was kind of why I did this. And then so anyway, I'm getting off subject, but we have this ugly stone landscape, and then I thought, let me build a farm on stone. So I made this. It's just water completely underneath it that allows it to grow. I put our wheat here so we had bread to eat, and then I didn't find this out until way later on because he kept eating carrots, but we didn't have any carrots. So I was wondering where he got them from. One day I seen him running across the edge right here over to where those blocks are at, raised. So I walked over here one day, and I actually, oh my god, there's a cat. There's two. Oh, look how cute. I have such a hard time finding those guys. But I walked over here, and I found his little stash. A freaking carrot farm. I was so mad. So he hid it from me with the dirt wall, and he had carrots too the whole time. I never messed with them. That was his thing. He loved carrots, so I just kept them here. These are the same carrots that he planted over a year ago, and I've just never messed with them. So then when I did come over here, and I was just so upset. I was like, you got carrots from me, but you never showed me these before. And then I look over, and I seen a jungle temple. And he never realized there's a jungle temple there, and neither did I. So then I went over there, explored the jungle temple. It's just a basic one. I've already cleaned out all the redstone, took all the goodies from it. But so we do have a jungle temple on this map, and it's pretty close by. So it was really neat to see that. I think one of the reasons why I did build this house so close to here is because I really love messing with redstone. And in swamps, you get slimes. Back in the day, I used to play Minecraft on 360 a lot. You didn't find slimes that often. I think I played before slimes were even a thing, or before swamps even were a thing, really, before all the witch huts and stuff like that. So you'd have to dig down way deep to find slimes before you had swamps that spawn slimes. So I think that's one of the reasons why I did this, actually. I can't really remember, but that's really it for the first house, guys. A lot of cool memories here. It's not a bad first house, just kind of really odd looking, kind of embarrassed by. A lot of people give me crap for it, but that's the first house, guys. So nowadays, I do these weird things with paths. I have these oak bushes going on both sides, and I have this regular cobblestone stuff going on. And if you'll notice underneath, you'll kind of see it when it goes nighttime. I have all these redstone lamps underneath, so at night, you can see the redstone too. So at night, what happens is that there's a daylight sensor over here by our house at the base, and then all these paths light up at night, and it looks awesome. And it stretches all throughout the entire map, and it's really just really neat, guys. So anyway, here's our first house. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of break away from the chronological order now, just to make it easier so we're not running across the map back and forth all day. So I had this little fence here because I thought I was gonna eventually put cows here. Never happened. Let me fill this up real quick. Never happened. So I just went ahead and left it, just so I can kind of talk about it like I am now. And then a little bit later on, this is just a side project, wasn't a major one for like an episode, but I wanted to make a mushroom farm, but I really failed. And here it is. Never grown mushrooms before at all. I have a light, because they need a little bit of light, I guess. And I never understood how to do it, so I just built this here. I don't really know. There was always this cave on the side of the mountain, so I wanted to do something with it. I'm eventually going to make this automated, eventually, with like water and stuff, and make them all dispense down and all that good stuff. But just haven't got around to it because, mushrooms and all that's not really that important. I eventually do want to make like a little potion lab, kind of like what Ethos Lab has, but with the nether wart. Just haven't got around to it yet. But that's kind of what I want to do. I'm horrible at growing mushrooms. Never really messed with it. Is that water? Yes. See, I'm finding a bunch of cool things right now. I can tell that Bruce is getting a little bit upset with me. I had to clear my throat and drink something really quick. I was getting parched bad talking for 20 minutes straight already. So let's go ahead and head over to the Love Garden. Let's show off the Love Garden really quick. So this is something that I recently did, probably like 10 episodes ago. So Stampy, everybody knows Stampy. If you watch Minecraft, you know who Stampy is. He does what he calls Stampy's Love Garden, and basically every episode he'll come out and introduce somebody to Love Garden who has subscribed to him or acknowledged him or, done something in that, kind of like that. So that's what I've been doing. So all my new subscribers that have subscribed, obviously there's a bunch more. I do one an episode, but I've been adding them to the Love Garden every single episode, and it's been really neat. It's something that I can kind of do to appreciate you guys for subscribing and watching my videos and stuff like that. So I really do enjoy that. So this was all hilly and just really odd looking. So I flattened it out, put all this oak here, put some flowers in, built the heart that he does as well, and did that. So there's a chest here just for extra signs, so I can go through and add more signs in for more subscribers, stuff like that. And if we come out the back, all this is just a path connecting to this one. So if we come out the back, this is the second time, actually the first time before I built that big lake by the spawn house, I built a lake. This one was successful. I did this with ice as well. Don't know why the other one didn't work out, but this one did. And so I built this lake, built this bridge, which I am pretty proud of, and it is all cobblestone, and put some grass in here. I don't know why. I guess to add texture, just to basically be like a little, what's the word? Just a not a zenny place, just like a relaxing place to go besides the Love Garden. Really like the way this bridge is. It looks like a giant spider. I don't know. Just really neat. But I built this, I think, God, I want to say episode 16 we did this. And then pretty recently after, we did the lighthouse, which I think was episode 20. And this is one of my favorite builds of all time. This is one of the builds that we actually got to do just for fun. There's no purpose for it. I just wanted a lighthouse. That's all it was. Pretty much every build that I've done, it's for a purpose because we needed it. Lighthouse, didn't need it. We just built it. So I have this stairway going on. I'm starting to do this stuff with the fencing more often, just to kind of make it look more sturdy and more complex, I guess you can say. You can kind of see the path going out to the jungle. We'll get to that in a minute. But inside, you can go all the way up to the top. Here you have just the supplies to do, like the red and white wool. Little furnace there. And if we go up to the top, don't get dizzy on me. Oh my god. It's pretty difficult to get up here. I almost fell off just now. If we get up to the top, you can have an amazing view of the world with the sun setting. But you can really see everything. And if we get up here, we can actually see all the lights turn on here in just a second. Here we go. Look at that. Just stretching all the way. Oh man, I never realized that the mushroom one isn't lit up. But just the light spreading all the way around the world, guys. So cool. Really, really neat. Something I take pride in. I just recently put these lights in here, stretching along the jungle path. That's very, very recent. So, man, we've only covered a really small chunk of this map so far. Oh my goodness. If we go up here, this is where the brains are at for the lighthouse. They are on a daylight sensor, so at night, the lights come on. During the day, they turn off. They're not rotating or anything like that, and it's probably way more complicated than it should have been. But I'm not the best at it sometimes. Like, I make it a little more complicated than it really should be. So let's go ahead, head back down. Every once in a while, I'll jump off, and sometimes I'll land, sometimes I won't. We're not going to try it. We're going to just walk down safely so we don't die and have to respawn wherever the heck I slept last, which I think was at the spawn house. So let's head down here, and we'll head out to the jungle area, and I will show you guys that and the future plans we have for that as well. So we can probably jump down from here. Ooh. So let's head back down. God, there's just so much stuff I want to show you guys. Probably episode 50 we'll do another world tour, and I'm sure we'll have a bunch more, probably double the amount of stuff by then, which would kind of make sense. So if we go down here, this is where our eventual tree houses are going to go. You can see where that light's at right there. So if we sneak over here really quick, this lake, this river, I mean, is man-made. I actually just made this last episode, so we have a boat, or we have our little boat dock right there, so we can actually take a boat, come around back right here, go underneath this bridge, and head over to our first house. So I just added this river in here just so it kind of connects a little bit. And this right here is going to be our future site for our cocoa beam farmhouse, I guess you can say. It's going to kind of look like the spawn house does, but just a little bit bigger, like a more of a mansion kind of thing with jungle tree oak things, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, jungle tree trunks, and then we're going to put some cocoa beans on them, and kind of a little farm thing going on. It's going to be pretty neat. So if we head out here, eventually we're going to have all this wired up for redstone, and it's going to be pretty neat at night. I wanted to go ahead and keep the path going the same way into the jungle area. Once you get up into the jungle area making our treehouse, it's all going to be like swinging bridges and stuff like that. But just leading out, I just wanted this. And let me tell you guys, making this coming out here was a nightmare. Just clearing everything. And if you look over the side, like, this stuff doesn't belong here. A lot of this stuff is floating. It was so hard. It took me so long to make this coming out here. It was a nightmare. Had to clear it a lot. I mean, it was just crazy. So if we come up here, we're almost there. If we come up here, this is where we're going to be building our treehouse, or our other headquarters, eventually. Hopefully by next world tour we'll have this built. Oh god, how do we get up here? Oh, here we go. I try to make it kind of secret so nobody can just come up here, but because there's a torch up here, it's kind of not that secretive. Oh my god, I don't remember doing this. Oh, can't show you that. That's a future thing over there. So this is basically where our treehouse is gonna be at. Really excited. I want like an Ewok. If you guys know what Ewoks are, they're little not ape guys, but like little bear things off of Star Wars, and they have like all these villages up in trees basically, and it looks really neat. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for here. Just those spreading out through all these jungles, and we have some more taller trees over there. So that's kind of what I want. I've built tree houses before. I've built like Hunger Games maps, and I absolutely love doing it. There's a risk involved, especially on survival whenever you're building, and you might fall and die, and that's really frustrating, but I feel like it's going to be a really fun product to do. It's going to be one of our expansion unveils, just like Funland is, and Ancient Greece and Ancient Egypt, all that good stuff, and our Hunger Games map, which I've been working on a lot lately, and it's almost there. The wall is what takes the longest, man. Like, the wall, you have to build the wall, and this is a pretty big map too. So a lot of Hunger Games maps, you'll see them, they're like built on creative. This thing's built on survival through and through, to scale, and it is absolutely amazing. Alright, so we've covered the Love Garden, covered the lighthouse, covered the jungle path. Let's continue on. Eventually here on the right we have this little lake. I want to do like I guess a sugarcane farm. We already have one that's automated, but I just kind of want to do like a natural one, I guess. So there is George. We'll get to him in a minute. And we'll check out the storage building, I guess you could say. So this is one of my favorite builds of all time. I really love the way this came out. This is the Acacia wood, or Acacia wood, and then the dark oak. This is right when they came out, so I really wanted to do a build with them. Had some pink flowers to accent the front. And this is basically just to store stuff from these two buildings, which I'll get to in a minute. And just really, really neat, guys. Really open, glass everywhere. So we have eggs for days. We have feathers, cooked chicken, leather, which I've used all of them, raw beef, and cooked beef. Plenty of storage for the future. And then we have furnaces here as well. And every one of my builds, guys, you'll see crafting tables. I put crafting tables everywhere because you always need them. And I actually just found out about this today. So the little banner thing, I just found out about that. Didn't know you can make banners. I guess they finally at least unleashed that patch. Unleashed is such a good word. But over here, we're eventually going to have a little path leading out. Maybe make like a little man cave or a golem cave for George the Golem. So from this very pumpkin, this is when golems were first came out for this map, I guess, or for Xbox One, whatever it was. I wanted to build one, so I got a pumpkin, got some iron together, made the tea, and made George. So this is the very pumpkin, or the very vine that George was made from, and I trusted him here recently. He's been over here for a while. He guards this flower, but recently, my God, Bruce. So recently, I actually connected this, like so, just so I get to him easier. And within an episode or two, I found him over here by our stables, just hanging out in the pool over there. And finally, I moved him back over, destroyed the bridge, and now he's banished over there forever. So, yeah, I can't trust him anymore. That's just where he's stuck at. So if we come back over here, guys, this is where one of the first things that I built here. I forgot why I built this. I think just because I needed food. That's all it was. I built this automatic cow killer, dispenser, breeder thing. So basically, do we have anything left in here? Yeah, we have more wheat. There's only one cow left in here. It stopped working because after a while it said can't breed anymore. There's too many in the area, which there wasn't, or they can't enter love mode. So basically, I would have a bunch of cows here. I would hit this water, and I would breed them. They'd bounce up and down. I'd feed them. They'd start breeding. They'd pop out little baby cows. The baby cows would fall down the water into here. Now, whenever the baby cows got older and they were able to reach their heads above the signs, I'd hit this button. It would kill them, cook them, and then I would just step. Let me click this again. I'd step right up in here, grab the meat, and that'd be that. So eventually this got really popular. I needed a lot more storage for it, so that's why I built that house. Same thing over here. It sounds like it's pretty full, actually. Yep, so kind of same concept here. Now all we do here, well, okay, these chickens up top, they lay eggs. They go into the hopper, into the dispenser. The dispenser shoots out the eggs, and every once in a while they'll actually lay a chicken. And these chickens grow up, and they lay eggs. When they lay eggs, they go into this hopper and into this chest, like so. And whenever we get a lot of chickens here, I'll hit this button, and they'll just cook them. And then we'll get all that stuff, and I'll go into the hopper like so, or the chest like so, and then there we have it. So this fills up way more often because we get a lot of eggs. I don't really bake a lot. I don't make a lot of cakes, so that's why we have this. There's also these little hatches up top. Now, if you want to know something hard to do in Minecraft, get some chickens together, put them on top of a building, and shove them down a hole. Very difficult to do. Same with cows. How to do the same thing. Not sure if we have the access hatch up top for these as well. But one thing not a lot of people know this about the world that I did have. Oh, you can't get to them. Cool. I actually had another cow area, and I was like right here. Oh, yep. Perfect spot. So kind of see it, but it was right here, and basically it was a way different. It was just brutal. I can't even explain to you the style of it or what it was kind of like, but I had another one there. Let's just say that it failed horribly, and I had to eventually just abandon that project. I covered it up forever, and I made this. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, eventually these were just cobblestone guys. I went through, added oak, added dark oak, and made it look a little bit better, which they still do. I think eventually I'll go back and update them again some more. But for now, they look fine. They were horrible. They're really bad. Added some sunflowers here. If we come, probably, let's check the horse stables out next. So this is the swimming pool. The horses will come every once in a while and hang out. This is where George would hang out all the time. in this pool. He'd be stuck right there. He couldn't get out because he doesn't like water, I guess. But funny little story actually. If you step on these, the doors will open. Okay. If you flip the switch, the doors won't open. So if there's like any mobs or something like that, I'd hit the switch down so a mob, like a creeper, couldn't walk in while I was doing something. So anyway, I was busy working over here, I think, and there's a cow got loose somehow, and I came over here. When I looked over, the cow slowly backed up into this place and just took off, and the door shut behind him, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, it was just crazy. So this is a long story, guys, but basically, just the legend, Chopstick, first ever horse. I think it was actually a donkey that I had. Chopstick, he was amazing. I actually found my first village with Chopstick. That was his goal, was for that, and accidentally left him. Now, whenever I went out there to get Chopstick, or I went out there to build the Hunger Games because it's in the same area. So whenever I unveil the Hunger Games map, I'll show you guys that village as well. Whenever I went out there to find the Hunger Games map where I was going to build it at, Chopstick was still there. After like 20 episodes, guys. So I brought him back. Then I took him out on a mission. And I haven't found him since. He's stuck out there on some island filled with flowers to the south. And I don't know where he's at anymore. But basically, here's his son. His name is Beefstick. Had him since episode 5. And then we have Mr. T. He's very feisty. But not today. We have Mr. Chuckles, because he talks a lot, usually. And we have George Bush. Don't know why I named him that. And we have Dobby from, what are you doing, Bruce? From Harry Potter. I was running out of ideas for names. Right here we have, I guess he's unnamed. I think he's a new one. Jack Sparrow, and then Gandalf. He is also lost on the Flower Island. Brought him out there with some chests on his side to bring some stuff. I built a fence around him. So he's out there somewhere with a fence around him. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But each horse has their own little living spot. My god. Dobby, calm down. They have their own little living spot. Nice little roof for the sun. Then they have their own little patio out here. From time to time I will have a skeleton or a creeper jump down into their area. Terrifying, especially if I'm in the back doing something. So they can come outside like he is. Jack Sparrow is, sorry. And then they come inside. Pretty neat little setup. I really like it. Pretty cool. I love this build, actually. I wish I would have done Dark Oak, but this is when Dark Oak wasn't yet out on consoles. So I have this. But here's just some glass on the roof, just for some more sunlight. And this is actually an expansion I did a little bit later on. This is where they come to breed, basically. So I'd bring the two that I want. I'd bring them in here, shut them in, give them some hay. I just have some random hay laying here. And they'd make a baby horse or donkey or mule. And then I would bring them back out. I have an anvil here because I would name them with the name tags. So that's why that is. And then a little bit later on after that, they started dying. I would bring them on missions. They would die. So then I need somewhere to bury them and tell their story. So I made this memorial room. I think this was episode 4 or 6 or 7 or 8. One of those first ones. It might have been 9. So Chopstick. Oh my god, wait, he actually died. Oh no. So Gandalf is the one that's out there on the Flower Island. Chopstick is dead. And I know where he died at, and I will show you guys that here in a few minutes. Oh god. So the stick is because of Chopstick. And he died. He burned to death. Oh my god, I completely forgot. So each of these headstones represents one that died. Fortunately, Gandalf has not been yet named dead. I think he's still alive. So far, Chopstick is the only one that has died. We have this little koi pond with glass underneath and a nice red ceiling. Eventually, we'll expand out this way for something, I don't know. But right above this is actually a path leading out to our boat docks and our XP farm, which we will check that out here a little bit later. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for our stables. So if we head out here, we will check out the, what should we check out? Let's just come out here real quick. Let's actually go up to, let's check this out. Actually, no. Yeah, let's go up to the boat dock. Check out the sugarcane farm, the boat dock, and the XP farm. And so for future renovations out there, I'm going to do something here. Don't know what yet, but I'm going to do something here. I think I might actually bring Jeb, the sheep. He's the one that changes colors, and build something here for him. Because he deserves that. He's been through a lot. He's a really nice guy too. So recently, I built this on episode 11. Might have been 9. This is the sugarcane farm. This used to be automated, so anytime it was on the bud system, so anytime one would grow, these pistons behind will automatically push out, destroy the sugarcane. It would fall down in here and lead all to this chest. So eventually that broke. There's an update that came out, completely broke that, so I couldn't do that anymore. So then I made this system where all you do is just push this button, pushes out, and then comes down into the chest. So yeah, this thing used to be very, very, very much broken. I abandoned it for like 10 episodes, didn't touch it. So eventually I got tired of it. I needed sugarcane, so I just went in behind here, fixed it up, and it was a pain to rip out all that redstone. There's a little maintenance area right in here. So what I would do is break this glass, hop in behind, and there's a big open area in behind this. It's all redstone, all the way up, all the way across. So I'm glad I got this working now, guys, because I use this thing a lot. Have a lot of sugarcane in here, a lot of sugarcane. Some paper. I'll eventually make a little storage area here for all the stuff, and I have this little water pond here just so I can take one bucket and put it in behind, or I think, sorry, underneath the sugarcane, or however I did it, I don't remember. So yeah, guys, that's the sugarcane farm. I guess I can show you guys this stuff really quick. Actually, chopsticks buried just over there. So that's actually our minecart station and our towers. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. This is our infinite cobblestone tower. I actually made a tutorial about this a year or 2 ago. And basically, all you have underneath is just some lava, and I don't know if we can actually look down in here. But yeah, just some lava, and oh my god. There's like lava here, water here. They go down together into the piston, and it just pushes up. I have this old school clock here. It actually still runs. And of course a crafting table, because sometimes this thing will break. So I have to come in here and rebuild it. So let me hop my way back up if I can. Oh my goodness. There we go. So I don't want him to fall down in there. So that's that. I just randomly built it. I think because of this. So this is actually a house that my brother built. He came on my world a little bit ago. Actually, it was a while ago. And built this house. We're probably going to turn it into something else. Not sure what yet. Probably a old-timey rail cart station. Like an above-ground cart station to lead to different places. That's probably what we're going to do with that. But it was a really cool concept. Had the fire here. Fire everywhere. The redstone gems put in. And really like the way the inside turned out, the little cathedral looking thing. And of course out the back we have this. This path is actually where Chopstick died. So I'm going to take you guys down there and show you that, because it's actually really sad. We'll just take a minute here and acknowledge his death. So I was out exploring, I think it was. I was trying to find some spruce. What? No. Oh my god. I was trying to find some spruce wood, and I came out here to the ice snow area. Since then the biomes have been changing, and I have snow on my house now, but that's besides the point. So I took him out here, a nice little stroll, and it happened right here. I parked him here, didn't tie him to a pole, and I started hearing screaming. So I looked down, And right when I looked down, his body burst into flames and disappeared. And that's how he died. So I have this little headstone. Rest in peace, Chopstick, pre-episode 1. So he died before the whole thing even started. Really sad. Really sad. So that's where he died, guys. Just a little side note. I actually found this not too long ago. It took me a while to find the spot where he died. But I'm glad I did, because I was able to make this path leading out to it. So a lot of my friends will get on the world and wonder where that path is. Then they'll get to the sign and they'll feel bad for me, because I made a path leading out to my imaginary horse that died. Yeah. But, so eventually, guys, I want to make a path leading out here, because there's this very awesome hole. I want to make like a horse training ground area where they can like kind of, I can see how fast each one is and how far they can jump and things like that. So I'm probably going to make that right over here in this big open area. Or actually over here, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure why I had this marked. I think I might have found diamond here or something like that. Huh, not sure. But over here is this really neat hole that I really think is really neat. If I can find it. I think it's over here. I'm not going to go too much farther. I don't want to get off track too bad. Yeah, here it is. Wait, this isn't it. Or it... Oh, there's my little minecart thing. That's pretty neat. It's somewhere over here. Anyway, it's like a big lagoon, like being overhanged by a mountain. It just looks really neat. So let's head back over to the sugarcane farm, and we'll kind of lead off to our next thing, our XP farm, as well as our dock. And I'll take you guys into the tunnel, the newly renovated tunnel, which might not be a big deal, but hey, look at this thing. That's pretty cool. Where does this lead? Actually, I can just go out this part. So this is pretty much right around our our sugarcane farm. I keep getting those mixed up. Let me patch this really quick. I'm still kind of going around and patching up these little areas where I have these redstone lights at. I just haven't gotten around to fixing them. So let's go back up through here. Here's our tunnel leading out to the west side of our map. We have a vine farm here. We have our shears. So if I ever need vines, I'll just come through here, trim them up, they'll regrow down, and then we will get vines, which I have a little bit right here. Don't really need vines hardly at all, but it's there if I need them. And then we have this little path in here. We'll go to the boat docks first. Let me patch you up. God, there's a lot of just random spots everywhere. Eventually, I want to put a giant pirate ship, like right here, in this little lagoon, and have like a little dock leading out to it. I think that'd be really neat. But we have this boat dock here. I think I did this, I'm not sure, like in the first 10 episodes, I think. It's actually been a really popular video. It's one of my most popular videos for the series so far. I don't know why I have a bat out here. Can I get this little sucker? But I want to put like a fish house out here, because I will come out here if I'm bored, if I'm just thinking about something, and I'll do some fishing. And as you can see, I've caught a little bit of fish. I do this whenever they first announced the new fish for the game. It used to just be one fish, and that was raw fish. But now you can get like salmon, puffer fish, and I think there's a few others. I want to say swordfish? A few others like that. But I started to do this fencing thing. It was just open like this, but I started adding this. It kind of looks like a roller coaster, like a wooden roller coaster. But it's the same thing that I did with the lighthouse. And I thought it looked cool, so I went ahead and did it. I don't know. But I have some boats here if you need to speed along around the back place. Around the back river to get to our first house. You can take that. Oh god, and I realized we're almost at an hour for the video already, and we still have a lot more to go. So I'm going to try speeding it up here a little bit. So over here, I want to build a man cave, kind of like what Ethos Lab has. I want it to go like into like a skull, like a dragon skull, and you go down into the skull. Then we have this big world underneath our entire world. I think that'd be awesome, because Ethos Lab, the way he has his laid out, is amazing. I love watching his world tours of it. It's absolutely awesome. Right here is just a big blank dock. for our pirate ship as well. Just kind of added this in here. Little walk space for future renovation. And also over here as well, more walk space. And then more walk space for future renovation as well. I think it might actually be over here. Let's see. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Oh my god. So here's that area I was talking to you guys about. Really cool. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I need to do something. But man, this is really neat. Oh god, fucking Bruce, Jesus. But a really neat area though, guys. But let's head back to this little thing right here. It looks like a jungle temple, but it's not. It's actually our XP farm. This is our spider, yeah, our spider XP farm. Had to remember there for a minute. So what I'm eventually gonna do before we go inside, I want to add like a waterfall coming down here and leading it down around it. I guess it looked kind of cool. Future renovation. This is gonna go to the horse training area that I want to do. So let's go ahead and head down into this. This is actually our episode 23 is when we did this. Just some extra stuff, random furnaces. Oh god. Had a lot of leftover blue glass, so I went ahead and did that. I've been doing a lot of XP farms lately. It's something that I love doing, especially on survival. This design, oh my god, I just realized this, looks a lot like our mob house and our first home. The way the whole building is made. I don't know why I do that design so much, but I do. So yeah, it's just kind of there, guys. But when you come down here, this is where the magic happens, and I'm so proud of this. So if you put this on hard, I usually put it on hard, you see the spider spawner right back there. What they'll do is they'll spawn down into that giant area. They'll get washed down right here, and then all you have to do is just take your sword and just hit them, and you'll get all their XP and all their goodies. So we have our spider webs that go here, our eyes that go here, and then you'll just get all their XP. So pretty much every level I get, if it's not from mining stuff or cooking stuff, it's from these things. If I need to get to level 30 to enhance or enchant, sorry, one of my picks or swords, I use this. I had to put this little post here in the middle because this is horrible. I did it the first time because skeletons, you don't need this. You can just come through and hit. But spiders, they're only 1 block tall. So what happened is that I didn't have this here. I turned on the hard. I'm like, cool, let's rock. 20 spiders spawned. They all flooded right out into this room. It was mayhem. I was screaming. I ran up here. They followed me. It was horrible. So I put that there. They'll push each other out every once in a while if it gets really packed. But as long as you just stand here and kill them, you're fine. More just random stuff. So every XP farm that I have this separate room over here. And it has our enchantment table. And this will take you up to level 30 for anything that you want to enchant. We have a disintegrator. If there's anything you don't want, you kind of just throw it away and it burns. And then in our man cave, we're going to have rails that lead to every XP farm through our man cave. And you can get to the man cave through this too. So that is our XP farm, guys. Over here, don't know why I have this back area. Probably going to expand it at some point. But that's it for the XP farm, guys. We're going to go ahead now and head over to... So many more things to check out. We're probably going to go and check out the towers next. And then we'll check out the rail system, the iron farm. And I think at the end, we'll check out our... Man, I don't know which order I want to do this in. This is crazy. We'll check out the east side first really quick. So, I always do that. Let's head down here. Okay, we're out. We're good. Okay. So, let's head out over here. Go back through the tunnel. We'll check out the farming towers. I want to check out the house too. So just bear with me, guys. It's not finished. I'll warn you about that. A lot of my products here aren't finished. I've learned that I like to keep products kind of unfinished. Not like operational, that's the word, but so I can still go back and update them, I guess. So here is our, I think this is potatoes. So this is something I built early on. I seen somebody do this. I think his name was Daedalus. I think that was his name, one of the Minecrafters that did this. His design is a lot different though. I don't think you could see in it, but I did mine like this so you can actually see everything. The red represents the redstone. All this is just a redstone torch tower. So every time it goes up, it gets inverted. So you can carry the power source up through there. This switch actually goes to these right here. So whenever I flip this switch, these torches will actually invert and they'll be the opposite of what they are now. And that will actually activate each level to flood. Oh my god. And push all of the plants out to the edge, drop down in the hoppers, and filter into a chest. So what I have here is the wheat. This is going to be carrots, and this is going to be potatoes. I just found this out. They have beets now, or some form of beets. So before you only had three kinds of stuff you can plant: potatoes, wheat, and carrots. And now there's four. So that kind of foils our plan a little bit. But here's the hoppers. They all lead around to. Let me find the chest. The chest should be right over here. And if we, yeah, let's go up. Let's go up. If we go over here, you'll see the potatoes. So there is a glitch. Now, I guess in this little area, I had wheat over here, but for some reason, whenever I harvested the wheat, I wouldn't get any seeds from it. I heard that in certain spots of the map, there will be a glitch for that reason, in certain chunks, I guess. So I wouldn't get any seeds from the wheat. I moved it over to the other tower. Seems to be working fine now. Oh, we've reached the top. So I have a trapdoor up here. Oh my god. Oh man. Actually, let me go ahead and turn. Where is it at? Where's it at? Render clouds off, so I don't jump off. So let's jump up here. Oh, you can see everything now. Pretty neat. So we're at the top of the tower, and you can see the home. You can see the community area. You can see everything. So what I would do, I'd build this thing up. I start at the bottom with the glass, work my way up here, get to the top. Instead of climbing down the ladder, I just built this, and all I would do is just jump down into the water. First couple times I did that, I died, missed the water completely, face planted the block, and completely died. So I've gotten better since then. But let me go ahead and show you guys this thing in action. Let's see what we have in the chest. So as you can see, we only have 6 rotten tomatoes. Now I'm going to show you guys what just 2 layers of potatoes will get us really quick. As you can see, all the water is pushing the potatoes out to the edge. They all fall down into the hoppers, and then they're going to filter out into this chest. So as y'all can see, we got nearly 6 stacks of potatoes just from those 2 layers in the tower, and I believe each tower has 8. I want to say there's 8 layers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 8. So I mean that'd be a potential of, oh god, math, like almost 1,500 potatoes just in that one tower for one load. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't see when I'm ever going to use that many potatoes, but it's there if we need it. So eventually, a lot of my world tour is going to be eventually stuff. I'm going to have this one building in the very middle, and it's going to have this really industrial storage system. So I'll be able to go down in, flip a switch for whichever tower I want to activate. It'll filter down into it, and it'll automatically fill up my storage system. I'll have lights to tell me how full it is, and all that good stuff. And it's going to be kind of an underground thing, but it's going to be awesome. That's going to probably happen pretty soon. I need to finish these towers, guys. I've had them for freaking ever, and they're just kind of here. Everybody asks me about them. It's really hard to actually come up into them. So I'd love to actually get these finished up. So let's head over now to... Let's check out the iron farm really quick. And then we'll check out the minecart station, and then we'll head down here and check out all that stuff really quick. So the iron farm, this was built pretty early on too. So I actually built the iron farm for the automatic storage system because I think I needed 24,000 pieces of iron to build the storage system. You'll see why later, but it's mostly because I needed hoppers, like tons of freaking hoppers. And so I built this thing. This is so hard to do. I actually had rails going all but was like a 1,500 blocks in that direction. to a village. I had to transport each villager in a minecart all the way over. I had to push them all the way over, and I needed 6 villagers for each pod. Eventually what I did is I started to breed them in a house right there, that wooden thing right there, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But so each of these pods has 6 or 8 villagers in it, and what happens is that they're floating around in these pods. These doors right here makes them think that it's a village. So what happens is that an iron golem will spawn because it thinks that it's in a village and needs to protect the villagers. So it'll spawn on these platforms up top and in the middle on water, and then they'll go down into these tubes, float along here. The lava will actually damage them, and then I think it's broken right now actually, but I think it was just locked up. But we'll come down here really quick and I'll reactivate it. Oh, no. Don't die. Please don't die. Don't die. Oh my god, Bruce. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna park him there. But if I go in here and sometimes it'll lock up for some reason. I need to pull these out. We can just toss those. And I'll explain all this here in just a second. I just want to show you guys how this thing works. And that happens every time I come along here with my dogs, man. They always do that. But you'll see this piston in the back push out. It'll kill all these golems. At least most of them. Sometimes you have to come in here and hit them with something. But either that or the next round of stuff will actually kill them. So they flow down into these hoppers here. Underneath there's like this filtration system that'll automatically sort out the roses from the iron. And then the roses will come down into here and fill this up. And then the iron will come down into here and fill this up. So as you can see, I get plenty of iron from it. I probably get like a snack or 2 per time it kills them. And then you'll sometimes see more golems floating across here, but there's none coming right now. So if we go around to the back, you'll check out, well, you'll see the how this thing actually works. So I know by the cobblestone generator, that tower that we have, that's an old school clock. This is more of a new school clock with the pistons in the redstone block with the hopper system. So these 2 hoppers face each other, okay? So whenever this one gets emptied, well, it locked up again on me. So if I were to move this, let me get rid of something else really quick. Let's get rid of that, switch these around, fill that up. So this one is emptying out into this one right now. Whenever it gets emptied out completely, this redstone will push over into it, because the comparators are telling it what to do. It'll push over into it. This will power the tower, and this tower leads up and into the piston up top that pushes and kills the golems. So that's in that system. That's the piston system. Now this system right here, this is actually for the how it picks up the items. So the items will drop down. Same kind of system we have over by our mob house. The one underneath that filters things out. Same exact system, just 2 instead of the 12 that we have. It just filters it out. This leads out to the roses. This leads out to the iron. And that's it. That's the whole system. Eventually I started getting so much iron up top that I needed a place to start storing things. So I made this iron storage room down here. So I have a bunch of chests just filled with iron. It's just these right now, but future storage, I'm always using iron. And then on the other side, same thing. I started getting a bunch of roses. Sometimes I'll use them just for dyes. So I started storing them in here. I like this storage room better because the planks that I use, the acacia instead of the oak. I think it turned out pretty good. We got some golems being killed up there as we speak. So let's head back out. We'll pick up our dog. Hopefully he doesn't die this time. Still no golems floating, but we just heard one get killed. So this is, sorry I keep coughing, I'm getting sick on me. So this is an early build that we did. Really, I love this thing. Anytime somebody comes into my world, they're like, man, what is that ugly thing out there in the distance? And I get so proud, and I say that is my iron farm. But I actually, when I was trying to learn how to use the daylight sensors, this is the first spot that I actually used them. And I had a daylight sensor right here, actually, and it led down here through this, and then down, and then underneath to all my wiring and stuff like that. So this is actually the first place where I put my daylight sensor for the world. So now this thing right here, this is going to be the rail duplicator. I made this thing pretty recently. I've been doing a lot of rails. Some would say this is cheating. I'm not sure if this still works or not, actually. But this thing basically duplicates rails. It can only do some rails. I don't think it can do normal rails, just like powered rails and stuff like that. So let's see if this thing still works really quick. I'll show you how it works. But I've been using it, just doing a lot of rails and been using a lot, and it's really hard to find gold sometimes, so I've just been using this thing. So all you do is put a rail down right here, turn this thing on, you just hold down the left stick. So we start off with like 50 something. So if we go ahead and stop it, you can see that we have a stack right now, and if I were to just for a second, let's just get rid of these sticks. You see that I have, like right there, I just gained like 20 powered rails. I have 74 now instead of the mid 50s that I did have. So that's how that works. I don't think it works with the regular rails. It just works with the powered rails and some of the other ones like that. So yeah, that's the rail duplicator. I've seen this on a tutorial. I'm not exactly sure how it works. You just have these redstone torches here that activate. Where is it at? They basically just in a bud system, or not a bud system, but they go to these two pistons that are slightly offset. They just push each other together, and they just keep going off like crazy. And I'm not sure why it duplicates. When you put a rail here, it'll try making one going this way. It's just weird. It's really odd. But yeah, that's a rail duplicator, guys. If you want one, there's a tutorial on YouTube somewhere. Highly suggest you make it. I don't have enough pride where I won't sit there and use a flaw in the system if there is one. So next thing is the railway, I guess you can say. This is one of the more popular episodes that I've done. Really, really awesome. I absolutely love this thing. This was done by KI Inc. I believe that's the guy. He's a YouTuber that does Minecraft tutorials. So the good place, that is our Funland, Ancient Greece, Harry Potter Adventure Map. We'll be doing that a little bit later on. Nether Portal, Desert, Hunger Games Arena, and then Home. So we'll go to Home here in a little bit. After we get done doing this side, I'll hit the Home button. We'll go back there. But the only one I can really show you guys is the Desert. So let me go on to the back and kind of show you guys the wiring really quick, so I don't have to break things inside. So here's all the wiring from up top. So basically you would hit one of the buttons, it activate the light, and what it does is that it'll activate the rail so that you would turn into that rail and go down that hole. You can see a few of them are already done based on if they're actually hollowed out or not. Most of them are done. So we've been doing a lot of work with this stuff. So let's go down in here and go to the desert really quick. And I'm just going to warn y'all, it is a very long ride. So we'll click the button, the light will turn on. Then we'll click this button, a cart will appear. And then whenever we come back, the cart will automatically go into this cactus, break, and just refill. So we'll get in the cart, click the button, and we are off. So that's not as long as a ride as the Hunger Games is. I don't know where my dog is at. I should have parked him. I hope he doesn't get hit by that cactus. He's somewhere. But that's one thing I need to fix. I need to put some stairs there, so whenever I come in, I don't get hit by this cactus every time. But it works the same way. You come here, you put your cart, you get your cart, hit the button, and you're gone. So basically, all this place is, it's eventually going to be our pyramid place. There used to be well, sorry, this is eventually going to be ancient Egypt. There used to be sand dunes everywhere. I've come out here, shredded this place apart to get sandstone and stuff like that, sandstone blocks. So this place is shredded all to, you know what now. Gonna have pyramids in the back. So this is just a huge desert, guys. I come here a lot to get glass. All the glass that we use for the automated farm towers was from here. Every bit of it. And it was not flat. It used to be just hills everywhere. So that's where we got it from, guys. So let's go ahead and head back. So that is the railway system that we have. Really liked how we did the columns. That's something I just always wanted to do, and this was my excuse to go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and head over to the. This would be the east side of our map. There's no really like rhyme or reason why I build on one side or the other. I just kind of go to different things. This is more like the fun side, I guess you can say. This is more like the industrial side. That's the only reason behind it. So sorry, I've been coughing a lot, but so sometimes this glitch will happen. Because these pods are so close to the ground, sometimes the iron golems will actually spawn on the ground instead of up there. The only way I could fix this is if I was to go ahead and lower the whole ground level, which I'm not going to do that. So they're going to be spawning there forever. I might put lava traps to go ahead and kill them, but for now, no. Anyway, so here is our skeleton XP farm. A lot of my friends will get on, they'll look at it and be like, that is a really ugly house. It looks like a duck. I don't know why they say that, but it looks like a duck. This is our skeleton XP farm. It's meant to look like a house. Okay, but you come in here. Oh, it's supposed to be hidden. So you come in, dog, or Bruce. So it's supposed to be hidden. You walk in, it looks like a house, and then if you pull this lever, this opens up. And if we come down here, this doesn't look as good as our spider XP farm. It's kind of an older version of it, but does the same thing though. So yeah, our skeletons spawn right there. They come down here, and then we just hit them with a sword, kill them, get all their loot. So this is my first XP farm that I used a lot of. A lot of my friends use it a lot. Really, really, really helpful. Got a lot of goodies down in here. Gonna take this chest, and then same thing. So with this stuff, we'll get a lot of armor that we don't need that's kind of worn out. So we'll bring it over here into this disintegrator. We'll burn it. We'll get a lot of bows that are actually really good that we'll keep, that are already enchanted. All of our arrows, bones. This is going to go to the man cave eventually, like we talked about already. And then, of course, our enchantment room, where we usually keep, but a lapis lazuli, diamond sticks, and some that are already enchanted. So, pretty cool stuff. We just got a bunch of stuff on this world already, so I'm just really stoked. We also have a clock here, because sometimes I'll spend a lot of time here, so it's nice to know before you go up into the house what time of day it is, so you know if you need to prepare for creepers or other mobs and stuff like that. So I had that before I had the actual house built, so I would come up and just be land instead of me being in an enclosed house. So I just decided to keep it. So let's go ahead and cover that back up. Get Bruce. And you can tell by his tail that he's getting ready to die. So one more thing and he would actually be dead. So, not good. Let's go ahead and head over to, this thing. This horrible, horrible thing. So this is our seed farm. We did this on episode 18. I'm glad I marked that. So, what this horrible glitchy thing is I really needed a way to get flowers instead of going off to another land and finding them on an island. So I made this thing. Now the whole goal... Oh god. So the whole goal of this was you would take your bone meal, yeah, that's what it's called. And how do I even get in here? Oh my god, what is this dog do? One sec. I knew he was going to be trouble when I started taking him. There we go. Let's park him. So you take your bone meal, you'd come in here, you would plant it, it would sprout up like flowers and things like that, like you normally do with bone meal. And then, sorry, while you're doing that, you would hit this button. It would shift back and forth. As you can see through the ground. Normally, on like a PC or something, you wouldn't see through the ground. You would hit the bone, or you use the bone meal on the land, and as it shifts back and forth, it would actually break apart the, you know what I'm trying to say. It would break apart the seeds, and, you know, whatever, they'd stay up top. So then after you do that, you'd have a bunch of seeds just lying around, a bunch of flowers, and then you'd hit this button, and it would push all the seeds into these hoppers. The hoppers would then flow down into this chest. Okay, so we have all that stuff. So if you come down here, this is how it all works. Same thing that we use with that other one up there. We have a clock, but not with a redstone block. It's a little bit different because we actually have a torch underneath it. So the torch gives us block power, which then activates this. And these dispensers, this is how it's supposed to work. These dispensers would shoot up the bone meal into the ground and it'd automatically feed it. Didn't work at all. Had to bypass that. And then all of these is for the pistons to push the whole ground back and forth. Same with these. And then on this back side we have, oh my god, wow. We have all our goodies. So bone meal, yellow flowers, red flowers, little flowers, and things like that. So some stuff wouldn't grow at all. I haven't really used this since we made it. There's just been no reason for me to use it. It's just kind of here now. But it is a kind of neat little story to tell. I'm glad that if anybody asks me, do you have a seed farm? Yeah, I got one over here. So that is that. Now, whenever I took a little break from the series, I came back and I said, what should I build? And for some reason I said tree farm to myself. A tree farm. So I started building this thing. It turned out horrible. I'm going to come back to it eventually. But basically what I would do, let me go ahead and ditch all those and kind of show y'all what this thing would be. I would come in here with my trees, and each of these quadrants were split up for like spruce, oak, and I would just plant a tree in here. Now, the problem with this, if you plant oaks too close together, or sometimes if you plant them just normally, you get these big ugly trees like that. Instead of a tree that's just straight up and down, you get these big ugly ones. So what you have to, or like this right here, perfect example. So what you would have to do is actually just plant one tree and then put like a glass block over it so it doesn't grow over that height. Didn't know that. I learned that very quickly though when I planted 50 trees and it was just a huge nest of wood. It was so bad. It was so bad. So I have this now. I'll eventually come back to it, expand it out the way I want it to be, and have it. I'll probably just do all oak, but this is here. Yeah, it's here. Just disappointed face, I guess. So yeah. What the hell? Okay. So random thing over there. So let's head back onto the east side like we were gonna go ahead and do. I'll show you all the sheep farm, and I'll show you Jeb. Also the new meat house, as well as that place I was telling you about where I used to breed the villagers at. And you can kind of see the path where I brought them over. So this is Jeb. So basically Jeb is just a sheep that changes colors. I don't know if it's a flaw in the code or something they actually made, but if you just give a sheep the name tag that says this, Jeb _, he'll change colors like that. So I'm wanting to move Jeb over by the fountain in front of the house so everybody can actually see him, just so we can get noticed a little bit. I did have cows here. I took them out to put them in the meat house. They are no longer here. I don't know if I have anything in here now. Yep, got a bunch of food. So cows used to be here. I'm going to put something here eventually. So this thing, this was also created by KI Inc. Very awesome guy. If you haven't heard of him before, go check out that channel. He has a bunch of cool Minecraft tutorials. So have a bunch of dye here. So I have every single one of the colors of sheep in the game right here. Every single one. There's 16 different colors, I believe. So I have them all here. Actually, where's that dog at? Oh god. Because he will eat them. Okay. So what you do, and this thing is awesome, you take the shears and you go through and you shear all the sheep. Come up to the next level. Oh my god, I'm missing a sheep. Oh my god, I'm missing a sheep. Oh my god. That happens from time to time. Don't know why. And it's thunderstorming? What? Oh my goodness. So, you have the sheep wool, then you click this button, pistons push out, and they all flood into here. You can see it's starting to fill up with wool. That's how this thing works. You can see all the different wools I have. Oh man, I guess one of them got eaten. Something must have gotten here and ate them. Oh, that's horrible. And as the light flashes, that means that more is coming into the system. And once it's done, it means it's done. So that is our sheep farm, guys. I built this pretty recently, I think. I want to say it was in the like episode 22. Let's grab this guy. Close this back up. So I think if we swing around back, we can actually see some of the redstone. No, it's actually covered up. So in the back, you have a bunch of pistons, and it's just basic redstone work. That's all it is. I'm trying to hurry this up a little bit because we're at about an hour and a half right now. So I'm really worried about when we get to episode 50 and 100, how long those world tours are going to actually be. So if we check out this meat house really quick, and then I'll get to this villager hut where they would make babies. Well, this is our meat house. This is actually our last episode that we did, episode 24. And all this is for is to actually just store meat. That's all it is. So I have some flowers on the outside. Use brick, quartz, and dark oak. If we come inside, we have furnaces, a very plain roof. I'm probably going to add an attic here in the future. If we come into the back, we have our cows, which we will breed from time to time with our hay. And then whenever we kill them, we will cook them. And then we'll store their meat in here. Their leather, which we'll go ahead and store that in there as well. And then if we have any mutton laying around from sheep, we have that. And then pork chops as well. Just a place to keep our meat from. And then they have a nice scenic view to get terrified during storms. So we have that. Something very recent. I've just always wanted it before. Don't know why I've never built it before, but it's built now. And dang it, it's good. At least I like to think it's good. So at the top, we have our smoke. That's what I've been trying to get used to doing. We did at the spawn house. This one didn't turn out quite as good, but you get the idea. It looks like smoke. Let's go ahead and I'll show you guys this thing. So this is our villager house. I'm going to expand it out this way eventually for something. So whenever I brought the villagers over, let me see if I can show you. You can kind of see the path here with those stone blocks. But if we come over here, yep, you can actually still see the rails. I mean, I'm not lying about this, guys. This actually happened. You can still see the rails zigzagging all the way through out to the lands very far away. So we pushed these, I think it was like me and my brother or somebody else. We pushed these bad boys all the way over here, got them to this house, and then we'd make them breed. At that time I had no idea how to make them breed, so I looked up a bunch of videos. So what we did, and they're not here any longer, but we had doors on the top of this place to make the villagers think that this was a village, this house was a village. So we'd stick them in here, and then they would start breeding like crazy. We had a bunch of villagers in here. So what I would do is I'd separate them, get one at a time, put them in a cart. I made like a little dirt elevator and put them into the pods. So before all this, I had no idea how to breed them. So I actually made like a cave somewhere. Yep, right here. So we open this up. It's actually a cave. I put redstone lamps so they actually have light. And I would trap them down here in this dirt cave and make them have babies. I had no idea how to do it, so yeah, that was something I did do, and I'm not proud to say it. So that's all for the villager huts. Let's head over here. You might have seen it before first. So before I actually made the iron farm, I actually started mining iron, the 24,000 pieces, by hand. And one of the main places that I went and did this at was over here. There's a river, so across the river at that pillar where that lantern's at, not lantern, that torch is at, there's a big mine going straight down that we got probably a couple thousand iron from just doing it by hand. Eventually I got tired of that because we spent days on it, didn't get anywhere, so then we just invested the time and made that. So it turned out to be great. We finished the automated storage system, but actually never got around to using it at all. So it was actually a waste of time. Nether portal. So I actually made a nether portal over there by our house on the mountain. And then I got back in the nether portal from the nether to come back over to the main land or whatever. And it popped me up here for some reason. So that was just a naturally generated nether portal. This right here is our zombie XP farm. It's not complete yet. I just have the spot marked where the actual spawner is at. So eventually we are going to make an actual zombie XP farm here like the other ones. Just a different design as well. But if we come down here, I kind of already started clearing it out and getting it ready. So you can see it here. Not sure if we have anything else. Nope, I already took everything. So that is all for that, dude. Oh, so next we're gonna go ahead and head over to, let's just say, let's head back over to the rail system and then go home really quick. We'll check out the house, we'll check out the mine, and then we'll go downstairs, check out the furnace system underneath. Then we'll check out the community area, and I think that is gonna do it. I think. So let's head over back to the minecart station and head back home really quick. It's just a really short trip. It just takes literally a second. Oh, we also need to check out the dog park too. We need to put Bruce back because he's gonna get himself killed. So let's head back over here. And it's just literally a hop, skip, and a jump. And we'll head back home. Let's see, okay. So we click home, light turns on, cart, button, and we gone. And it's so much quicker just taking this thing to go home instead of actually running all the way back over there, then up the mountain. And the house, I love where we built it at, but we're going up the mountain right now as we glitch out. Bam. So we're at the house. So before we walk into this place, it's unfinished. I've been working on this almost every episode to try and make something happen with it. I really love where it's at. I love how it looks. Just little details here and there I still need to finish up doing. So here's the mine. I'll show you all that in a minute. The first thing you'll notice is this giant blue floor. But if you look down, that is our mine. Right there. So our mine is right underneath our feet. You walk in, you see this big open hole. Just a random storage chest that we have. Oh my god. Look at that rabbit. That's horrible. So you walk in the front door of these pillars and you see the house. And it looks awesome, but you can see up top it's unfinished with the trimming and stuff like that. We have some pictures hung up. So one thing that really upset me is that the actual climate changed on us. Or I don't know what you would call it, I guess the climate. It used to be really dry up here. Then the whole ecosystem thing changed, and now it's a snow biome. The biomes changed, that's what it is. So now it's a snow biome up here. So everything's frozen. I have a pool outside on that side. It's an ice rink now. So frustrating. So over here we have our reading spot, little chimney with our books. This is our unfinished map of the entire world. You'll see us right here. Here's our community area, all that good stuff. There's our funland area, that giant circle. And I've been trying to go around and kind of piece together this map. It's just taking a whole minute, guys. So it is a really nice view though when it is snowing. Really neat view. So we have a chest here for more maps. Down below is our nether area. So we have a bunch of nether rack, soul sand, nether warts, quartz, glowstone, bunch of stuff. So I went in this portal. What is back here? Oh, nothing. So I went in this portal, went to the nether, went back in the portal. It popped me up over there. Very frustrating, because now I have to walk back all the way over. So that sound you just heard, that is our cat. I think his name's Tigger. So let's check out Tigger. Here's our bedroom. Yep, this is Tigger right here. His name's not popping up for some reason. So this is overlooking our community area and everything else that we have. So we have some shrubs here, some lighting that is completely unfinished. I tried some different detailed up there. We have armor stands that used to be all used up, but we use armor a lot, so now they're kind of And then this dropper system actually goes all the way down into the mine. I'm actually going to put some diamonds here just in case. We have our wither skulls. I've defeated the wither on episode 20. But this chest, these droppers go all the way down to the mine. I'll show all that in a minute. So really neat, just big open glass area. We can really see everything outside, so just really neat, guys. Let's go up here. This is eventually going to be the kitchen. Eventually, not sure what kind of design I want yet, that's why it's not done yet. And over here is the entertainment room. I have a flat screen, note block, oh god. Not a note block, a little karaoke thing. With all of our music, we only have Cat and 13. That's all we have. I haven't been able to find any others. Little couch, Then over here's our ice rink. This used to be a beautiful pool with waterfalls leading off the edge. There used to be waterfalls just barreling off the edge, and now it's frozen. I hope the biomes change again very soon, but right now it's not. Eventually we're going to put some lounge chairs here, and something else right here, not sure yet. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the house. If we head back down, we'll check out the mine really quick. So this is not done yet. You have to actually get in the car, push the car a little bit. When it starts moving, you have to jump in, and then we make our way down into the mine. I put some vines in just to make it look kind of old. And then here's the mine. So this is the little minecart area. This is where you pop in at. If you walk through, this is our valuables room. We have our gold, our redstone, our emeralds, our diamonds, lapis, and our iron. They're kind of empty. I use a lot of these items a lot, so they never really get the chance to get full. Our next room, you can kind of see where the minecart zooms across right there. We have our obsidian, which is never going to get full. Our coal, which I always use. Our moss cobblestone. Our gravel. Our cobblestone. And then our dirt. So those hardly ever get full, guys. I just have them here just in case. Oh, and then our flint. We have flint. So then this is the mine. So you can see I have this design going all the way across. There should be a minecart that speeds back and forth. Speeds back and forth. Speeds back and forth. There we go. And he's going to stand right in the way. Nice. Oh, what the? Oh, no. Okay. Forget about him. I'll keep him occupied for a minute. So this dropper, or this chest leads to the droppers. This goes all the way up into our actual room. And you can see that here, leading all the way up. And then if we go back out, this is our actual furnace system. So if we were to stick something in here, let's say we stick these cobblestones in here. Okay, we click this button, and this fills them up. And it automatically turns on. As it cooks, this light will turn on, indicating that things are dropping into this chest. But we did have a whole stack of cobblestone here, guys, and you'll see just how fast this thing cooks. So you can see I'm popping in here really quick. There's 20 something furnaces, I think. So if we have anything to put in here as far as fuel, we will drop it in this chest, hit this lever, and automatically go around and refuel everything. So you can see the cart coming back and forth towards us. See, there it is again. So if we stop this, it'll actually park itself. So let's go on to the back, and I'll show you guys what this actually does. So each one of these actually zooms up, goes over these hoppers and refills everything. And then same thing with this side. This is all the ones for our fuel around the back over here. And then the way to get out is actually through this doorway, and it brings you out through one of these. And there's our dog. So, and it should be just about full now. Yep, it is done. So that is how that works. We have a crafting table, of course. Lava on the bottom, lava on the top. I love this build. I love doing this build. It was awesome. Oh, dear God. We're gonna have to stop him. Or at least try. So each one of these, most of them have these little ones up top. We would just keep going until we got bored, or until one of them broke, or our pickaxe broke. That's pretty much it. I'm going to keep going this way, because I started doing this mine whenever we didn't have the updates for the blocks, for like the diorite and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep going this way until we actually reach the new chunks that have those new blocks, so we can actually do that. So that's the whole goal for the mine. I'll come down here for a while and just mine it out to get more supplies. So let's go ahead and head back up and check out the dog park in the community area. I think that's going to wrap it up. I'm not sure if Bruce is going to teleport to us or not, if he can in that thing. Okay. So we're going to head back down now, and it's still snowing. Alright, so let's go ahead and head down to the actual dog park. So before every episode, we'll come down here, and this is how we pick a dog to take with us. So there used to be bones in here. There are still bones in there. And then we have meat for them right here, just in case they get hurt. So this is the Who Let the Dogs Out doghouse. Please clean up after your dog. So if I have somebody come on the world and they have a dog, they can park their dog here. And if we go in, I don't think Bruce is coming. I think he's stuck in that mine, guys. So we have vanilla ice. If we, let's go left really quick. So this is just a little area to go underneath. We're going to be expanding out on this a little bit. We'll have a little doggy graveyard here with some spider webs and stuff like that. This is just a place where we can expand out a little bit if we eventually want to. And then we come up and out into the dog park area. We have a waterfall coming down, a lot harder than it looks. A little area so they can do their nasty thing. This is Dory. We have Pumpkin over here, and I think Nemo. Yep, Nemo, and then Luke. He has the green. And then, who is this? Pink. Forgot. I think that's Marcia, I want to say. Oh, wait, I think Marcia died. So they have a bunch of flowers here, little swimming pool, little slide slash tunnel thing, and then a little area they can jump around on, which I'm actually horrible at. There we go. Yeah, so you get the idea. So every time we do an episode, they have their dog houses laid out, little fire going on. We'll come in here, we'll click the button, we'll pop out a color, and if we have that color, we'll come over to it, see which dog it is. Let's just say this is Nemo's color, and then we would pick Nemo for that episode. And it's randomly generated, so we'll put this color back in there. As you can see, we'll get a green, we'll get a white. So you get the idea. So let's put these back in there. And so this is our newest one. This is Sam. And then we have Bruce, who is still in the mine, I think. And then this is Edgar. I think this is actually our first dog we had. So you can see we're still missing 6. So Sam, actually named him because I couldn't figure out what to name a dog with a gray collar. So I looked down on my phone, and it's gray, and it's a Samsung. So yeah, Sam. That's how I got it. So I have this the spruces going along the top to kind of, did you just slide backwards? To kind of make a natural border going around. But we're going to sneak through these and come out this side to go ahead and skip along to our community area. So if we come over here, I made this area because I've had a lot of people ask, can I join your world? Some have come on actually, and some have not yet. Have a bunch of people that still want to. We have our acacia trees here, then our dark oaks down there, and there's our mob house. So here are the 4 residents that have went ahead and made their place here. As you can see, there's a big gap in the timeline from 2015 to 2016. But if you want to build a house here, just message me, let me know, comment on this video, and we'll go ahead and get that hooked up. But here is security measures, so no mobs get in. Here are some rules for the community area. No trespassing other players' home or lot. Food harvested from gardens must be replanted. They're over there. No explosives of any kind. I have a couple friends, you know who you are. Tampering with community area border is prohibited, which that means is that do not get up in here and start breaking this fence apart and expanding your property over. Fences must be 1 block high. We don't want a giant wall blocking everything. Animals must be fenced. We don't want animals running around destroying people's crops. Stray animals are fair game. If you have animals spawn anywhere, kill them. Go for it. Kill creepers with caution. Don't bump them into somebody's house and just take out their side of the house. And no trees. So I said no trees, and then somebody actually put a tree on top of their house, which that's okay, I guess. So each plot of land I want to say is 20 by 20 or 25 by 25. So what you can do is come in here, build your house however you want to. I'm just curious to see how everybody's style is really. So we'll go into each house really quick. And this is actually Alex the Lions. This is her dog. I think this is Nemo as well. So her house, you use sandstone and spruce. Bunch of items in there. I'm still not quite finished, but really cool design. Little area up top here. Really neat. This is the newest member to our community area. Each of the light has a daylight sensor on the top. They're kind of broken because they're on all the time. They never go off. Anyway, this is Zombie Slayer's house. Little area down here, little kitchen area. You come up top, another little area. Pretty cool. Nice little small house. And if we go over here, this is Crave Boy's house. Pretty neat. I like this house. Little wood chest, kitchen. But what I really, I never noticed he had this ladder here. This must go up to the tree. Very nice. Never noticed that. So he has a little porch up top. But then he has this going down into the bottom. You can go down as far as you want to. There's no limit on that. And he has a bed here with a jacuzzi tub and just waterfalls everywhere. Really neat. Really neat. So let's head back up top. Where's the door? Okay. And here's the community gardens. We have some carrots and wheat here. We have a plot reserved for the Majestic Sniper. He's on my Minecraft for the Boys series. That's going to be his plot right there. Just some random junk, I guess. And then this is the Calvin Davis's house. It is on Elm Street, I think. Yep. So this is his house. Here's his bedroom. He is a stickler for the right colored carpet, as you can tell. Spare guest room. And I actually gave him these plants as moving in gifts for being the first one to build a house here. So I gave him those. He just has some random junk in here. If we go downstairs into the basement, he actually kept sheep here, and I think he actually had secret spots. Oh my god. That's where all my iron's been going. Wow, okay. Let's put that back. There's nobody tell him that we've seen that. And then he has a false one over here. Very clever. Very clever. He used to have sheep that lived in here, and pigs, and he also had some over here too, so he had a whole farm underneath his house, which was a pretty cool idea. He really went with the idea of go down as far as you can, and then a carrot farm in the back. So if I can remember right, I think that is everything that we have on our world. Let me go ahead and think really quick if there's anything else that I'm missing. We covered the mob house, covered the spawn house, covered everything over here. Well, man, I think that's it. We just did it in an hour and a half. That's it. So, man, I guess that's it, guys. That's it for our world tour. This is our episode 25. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I know I kind of rambled a lot, and it went on a lot longer than I thought I was going to. It's going to be like an hour and a half for this whole video. But if you guys did like it, please go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and like the video. If you'd like to be a part of the world, please just let me know. I would love to have you all on. And as always, guys, I'll see you on the next episode for our next build. And yeah, have a good one.